What's going on, people? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, I hope and pray that everyone has recovered from the horror show that Chelsea displayed last night. That was a horror show, and I hope the trauma is out of your system because that's not what we expect from Chelsea, right? I know we spoke about like giving Chelsea time, and obviously, when you look at the situation going on around Chelsea right now, the media, new players, new coach, new style of play, you're not going to expect us to be as smooth as probably once we were back in the days of Ibrahimovic era, and when we used to have like good coaches and stuff. But at the end of the day, you still expect a club like Chelsea to give you results. So when I was watching that game this morning, man, I was worried, man. That first half was a horror show. Now I know some of those players was like their first debut. You're talking about Pedro Neto, Jude Hall. You're talking about Renato Vega. It's not. And then Disasi as well was playing as a right back. So I hear it. McGee as our front line. I get that. But then at the same time, if you look at the quality that we have, we should be able to be comfortable, when we play a team like Sevilla. Now, that's not disrespect because I don't know the team, but from what I heard, they're like fifth in their league, and they're not even that great of a team. And I think they lost to Braga as well. Again, I don't know which team is Braga. I just know the name, but I've never actually sat down to watch them. But regardless, I still expect Chelsea to have a better performance, against those teams, because to be honest, we are the favorites in this conference league. Imagine a world where Chelsea don't win this conference league. It'll be an embarrassment, right? It'll be an embarrassment. But anyway, we move. We got 2 goals out of it. Hopefully, when we go to their home, we don't concede because they did look like they were going to score. I think they missed a chance at the end of the match. Nearly at the end of the match, and I think first half as well, they were creating so many chances. If Servette had better options in terms of their final third, they would have actually scored maybe 3 goals today. They would have probably been the one to win. And it's an embarrassment because we were playing at home. But then again, we're not trying to run away from the fact that we're still learning a new system and everything. It might sound as if like it's an excuse, but to be honest with you, what do you expect? Like, realistically, what do you expect? But anyway, we move. So now let's jump into the preview for the match we're playing tomorrow against Wolves. Now, no disrespect to Wolves, but again, that's another team that we need to be able to pick up points on. Now, I haven't forgotten about last season yet. They beat us home and away. And the guy that you're crying that he's leaving, Raheem Sterling, he was one of the reasons why we lost in those games. You could have squared the ball to Palmer or Jackson. I can't remember which is which, but he could have done that and we could have maybe had a draw or win. So Wolves is not a team to sort of like sleep on. But then again, we got one of their best players, which is Pedro Neto. And as much as I can remember, he was one of the players that was causing too much trouble. I remember when he was dribbling through Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. It was just like, he was a beast, man. He is a beast, right? But then again, you still have players like Cunha and a couple of others. Like, you can't sleep on Wolves. Again, we're playing at their home as well. So yeah, you just never know. And I was watching a game that they played against Arsenal. It wasn't so much like they were a bad team. Like, they actually created some chances. I think if it wasn't for a good goalkeeper that Arsenal have in David Raya, they could have actually scored maybe 1 or 2 goals. The game could have gone either way. So I'm not really sleeping on Wolves. I know obviously Chelsea are always going to be the favorites because of our history. But if you look in the recent times, I think Wolves have actually played a better football than we have. So yeah, man. Again, you spoke about, going back to kind of like a review on the press conference. So Maresca was asked about his first 11, and he said he doesn't have like his first 11 just like like the ones that you already know that they're gonna play. He bases his first 11 on how like the players train. To some degree I can hear what he's saying, in the sense that if a player is training good, then they deserve to play. But then at the same time as well, if you want to create cohesion within the team, you must have at least 7-8 players in your first 11, the players that you know that they understand each other. So whoever comes on as a substitute, or whoever comes on maybe when someone is injured, or you want to rest someone there, they need to come in knowing exactly what these other guys have been doing this, previous games or so. They need to, it's easy for one player to come in and try to adjust with what other 10 players are doing than having 10 different players. Because with the Chelsea squad, we can have like 2 different teams. So it will be very hard for players to kind of get used to each other when you keep changing your systems and your players and your formation, whatever it is. So that's a dangerous sort of like a recipe to take. He also spoke about the goalkeepers. And I can speak for all you guys, like, no Chelsea fan wants to see Robert Sanchez in goal. I don't actually understand what coach is seeing Robert Sanchez, but every other fan, like I am, I don't see the reason why that guy should be our first choice goalkeeper. I think we should be able to utilize the goalkeeper that we just bought in Jorgensen. Now, I was watching, obviously, the game this morning, and he did all right. Like, he's comfortable on the ball. His distribution is good. Now, he did good saves, but then again, he wasn't as tested as, like, obviously, as much as Sanchez have been tested, because obviously the team that we were playing against. So, but basing on, you can only play whoever is in front of you, and I think he did well. And I would like to see him, starting as a Chelsea first goalkeeper, or maybe not yet making the decision for him to be a first choice goalkeeper, but at least give him enough time to then test him. Because when it comes to Sanchez, I don't think he's going to offer us something different that he hasn't offered already. He has so many balls or moments, and I don't think I'm comfortable with him on the go. So, especially in the Premier League. So, yeah, he also spoke about the João Felix. Maybe we might see him tomorrow. He said in terms of fitness level, he's there. Just the fact that he still needs to understand the system, because obviously when he was here more than a season and a half ago, he was playing under Graham Potter and the system was completely different. So yeah, I just want to see him there. I guess it's the excitement of having a new signing. You just want to see them on the pitch. Like, I don't know. I just want to see him there. I can't even tell you what position he's going to play, because when it comes to Maresca as well, we have so many players that plays the same position. So I don't know whether it's going to play him as a 9 or as a 7 or as 11. I don't know, or as a 10. I don't know. But I just want to see him there because he's an exciting player to watch. We've watched him from Benfica to Atletico to Barcelona. Even when he came to Chelsea, he's an exciting player. You can't take that away from him. Maybe he's not as what he used to be 2-3 years ago, but there's still a player in there. And then he also spoke about Misha. Listen, when it comes to Mudryk, man, it's Mudryk. Like, I was watching that game, I was laughing because I don't know. Like, I can't say he's a shitty player, like Maresca said. It's just the decision making. Like, he needs to improve on decision making. But yeah, man, to jump and finish off the video, I'm just gonna give you my prediction for the game tomorrow. I think it's gonna be 2-1, because if you're gonna play Robert Sanchez there and you look at our defense as well, I don't even know who's gonna start. Whether it's Badiashile or Colwill, Fofana or Colwill, or Tosin or Colwill for Fofana, I don't even know. But I'm just going to assume that Robert Sanchez would definitely concede a goal, and I won't be surprised if it even concede more than just a goal. So my prediction will still be what? 2-1 Chelsea? So let's go, man. I'll see you at Wolves tomorrow. Peace out.